Afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great Class C motorhome value from Parkway RV Center. Folks, I wanted to go ahead and get this one on real quick because this is really a bargain for the price. It literally just came in. We haven't even got a price on the windshield yet. But today we're looking at a 2005 Four Winds Chateau 31P. This is a 31.5 foot Class C motorhome with one super slide out. Folks, this thing's got 58,000 miles. It's only $29,900. Bargain price, got 180 hours on a 4 kW awning generator. It includes a 90-day nationwide limited warranty and also includes a major systems check by our RV techs that will be completed after purchase. Let's walk around this motorhome for a second, folks. I know this is a 12-year-old motorhome, but it's clean. It's not been abused. The outside for a 12-year-old motorhome looks great. Fiberglass exterior. Motorhome, we just drove it 500 miles in, did great. Generator's running right now, powering the air conditioner. The dash air's ice cold. The corners aren't beat up like it's been backed into stuff like you see a lot of motorhomes. 31.5 foot. Perfect size for a family. Perfect size for older parks and state parks. They can't handle the bigger coaches. 30 amp service, 4 kW awning generator. Tires look great. Big slide out. Got an awning topper on it too that looks great. Ford 450 Super Duty chassis. 6.8 liter Triton V-10. 58,000 miles. 420 pound-feet of torque and 305 horsepower. Got a 5,000 pound towing capacity. Tell you something, folks. A lot of motorhome for the money right here. And the price is incredible, really. Way under book value. I mean, look at the stripes, folks. They're not cracking like you see in a lot of 05 models. I mean, this thing has obviously been under some kind of shelter the majority of its life to have an exterior that looks this good. You know, most 12-year-old motorhomes you look at that have been sitting outside, the stripes are faded. They're peeling, they're cracking, there's D-lam. Nothing like that on this motorhome, folks. Got a full pass-through storage. Got a power step. Let's take a look inside. Folks, I'm going to tell you, it is extremely hot outside today. Extremely, extremely hot. I mean, in the shade, 97 degrees in the shade, folks. That's pretty darn hot. Now, you get out in the sun, it's even hotter. And I'm going to show you how well this thing cools. Step works great. Carpet looks great. Linoleum looks great. No smoke or pet odors. Oh, I tell you, I can spend all day in this thing, folks. It feels good. Dash air is ice cold. I've got it running. You can see there's no check engine lights, no warning lights, no brake lights. And you can see, I mean, that air, considering it's 100 degrees in the sun or better, that air is blowing cold, 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 folks. And that's at idle. When you take this thing down the road, it's going to get better than that. Power windows, power locks, seats look great. Got the heated power mirrors, which you don't need right now, but you will in the wintertime. Cab over looks good. Got a couple of day-night shades, which we're going to fix when we do our inspection. Got a queen bed in the cab over. Swivel chair. Place for a TV up here if you want to put one, and that's your privacy curtain, so you can have privacy at night. Sleeper sofa, overhead storage, table booth. This is an 8 sleeper, which is perfect for families. Here's 180.3 hours on the generator. There's your water heater switch. Monitor panel right there by the door. One easy to get to spot. Dash air. I mean, the roof air is cold. Now, I haven't had this on maybe 30 minutes. Yeah, and I seriously doubt even that long. And you can see we're getting down into the 40s, and as that ductwork cools off up there, folks, it's going to get colder. In fact, I have no doubt this will get into the 30s. Now compare that to 97 degrees outside. Now I know this motorhome isn't 45 degrees in here, but you've got 45 degree air coming out, 42 degree air, which is cold. I mean, we're already dropping 20 degrees in here in 30 minutes. That's pretty chilly, folks. And you leave this thing buttoned up another hour, 2 hours, it'll be another 15 degrees cooler in here. I mean, it'll literally run you out of here. You won't believe how good those air conditioners work. And I'm not kidding. You know, I've owned motorhomes for 20 years. I'm not kidding when I say you can get a motorhome cooler or warmer than you can your own home. Got an 8 cubic foot two-way RV refrigerator freezer, stovetop oven, microwave, double basin sink, residential style faucet, split bathroom, little pantry right there for canned goods and stuff like that. This just came in, folks. We haven't done a thing to it. Hasn't been cleaned. Hasn't had anything done to it, folks. You're looking at it just how it came in. I did put a bedspread on it because it was missing the bedspread, so I put that on it. Got the padded headliner, roof vent. That's a fantastic vent fan. You could put a TV up here if you want to. There's your thermostat for your heat and air. The split bathroom, you got the shower on one side. You open this door up all the way. It makes a privacy barrier, so you've got the entire bedroom and bathroom to get ready in. RV toilet, stainless steel sink, medicine cabinet. Now you can completely isolate the bedroom or the bathroom with this sliding curtain, or you can use that sliding curtain to completely isolate the bedroom. You know, folks, this is a nice little C-class. Nothing real complicated. Ideal for first time use. You push a button, your slide goes out. Crank your generator right up when you're traveling. You can keep the whole thing cool. You know, nothing real complicated. It doesn't have like leveling jacks. It doesn't have self-tracking satellite systems, all that junk, folks. Just stuff to go wrong later on. Just a nice little basic motorhome. If this is your first RV purchase, you're going to love how easy it is to use this, and we're going to show you how to use it too. Let me tell you how we operate here, folks, and we've been doing it this way for 49 years and sell almost 600 units a year, so we must be doing something right. Folks, we check these units out after purchase, and in other words, you're looking at the unit just like it came in. If you come on the lot, look at it, it's going to look just like this. We don't do any kind of service work until we sell them. And the main reason we do that is because, well, it's pretty simple. It keeps our overhead down. You got 170 plus used RVs on the lot. It's physically impossible to check that many RVs out before you sell them unless you hire about 15 to 20 more RV techs. Those guys aren't cheap, and when we have to pay more to get these things ready, that means the price goes up. So that's why we don't check them out until we sell them, because it keeps our overhead down, and the benefit to that, to you as the buyer, is simple. Less overhead, less price. That's why our prices are so much lower than anybody else. Folks, I found this same motorhome online, or a 31P 2005 model with close to the same miles, for $10,000 higher. And that's not counting the fees that they charge that we don't. So we keep our overhead down, so you get the benefit of that by getting a lower price. We also do something that other dealers don't do, and that's that we give you a 90-day nationwide limited warranty. That goes into effect the day we deliver it or the day you pick it up. You also get a major systems check, and like I was saying, folks, the way it works is once you purchase this RV, it goes in line in the back, or in queue is what we call it. And they're all serviced in the order that they were sold. So the one that was purchased the oldest or the longest time ago gets checked first. And once it works its way up to the shop, I don't know how many's in front of it, you'll have to call and talk to one of our non-commissioned salespeople to get a current lead time for a Class C checkout. But once it gets to the shop, my guys are going to go through this thing. They're going to spend a day, maybe a little bit longer, just checking this thing. And folks, when we say a major systems check, we just use that as a generic term. It's very, very thorough. It includes, but not limited to, and this is stuff that for sale by owners wouldn't even dream of checking for selling it for what they do. It includes a running and driving, which we just drove at 500 miles, but I have an ASE certified mechanic on staff. He drives every RV once they're sold. If there's anything that needs to be addressed in the running and driving, he addresses it, gets it fixed before it goes into the shop. We check the running and the driving. We check the generator. We run it for about 24 hours. We check the refrigerator on gas and electric operation for 24 hours. Check the water heater overnight. We check the furnace for several hours. We check the slide out system, power step. We check the awnings, make sure they're all in good shape. If they're not, we repair them or replace them at our choice. We check all your interior receptacles, your 110 plug-ins, make sure they all work. We make sure all your lights work, all your switches work. We make sure your water pump works. We make sure your holding tanks are good. We make sure all your outside bays are good. All they open and close and lock like they're supposed to. We make sure your inside, all your drawers and cabinets work. We make sure your table booth and sofa make a bed like they're supposed to, and your cab over. We make sure the roof air works, which obviously it does. Make sure your monitor panel works. Make sure all your plumbing system works, your faucets, your spigots, all your LP system, we check it. Make sure there's no leaks. We make sure your stovetop, oven, and microwave work. Make sure your sinks work. Make sure everything drains like it's supposed to. The shower and sink drains and the dump valves and all that stuff. We make sure all that works great. And more, folks. I mean, and when I say major systems check, it's really just about a complete systems check. The only thing that we don't cover, just so you know, we don't cover tires because these are used motorhomes. They've got used tires. This thing's $74,000 new back in 2005. Here it is for $29,900. Now, we will put new tires on an RV if you want us to, but you'll have to pay us for it. So whatever the tires cost us is a tire store about a block down the road from us that we use exclusively. If you want a price on a set of tires, you know, we'll be happy to get you a price. And if you want to have them put on, that's fine. We'll take it down there, get them put on. I strongly recommend, folks, if you're going on any kind of long distance. I mean, we drove at 500 miles in with the tires. The tires look great. I don't know how old they are. I couldn't find a date code, but they look great. They're not cracked. They got plenty of tread. I'm going to let you be the judge. Now, me personally, I put new tires on every RV I purchase. I've owned several motorhomes. It's just a thing for me. Unless they were just put on, I usually go ahead and just put new tires on it. That way there's no question. But that's entirely up to you. These tires on this thing look great. They'll probably last you several more years. Or they may not last till next month. I don't know. They're used tires. But, you know, if you want tires put on, just contact our sales department. They'll get you a price on tires. We don't cover dash radios, which this one works. I had it running earlier. We don't cover dash air conditioners. This one works. You obviously saw it works. The main reason we don't cover dash airs is because those are pretty irrelevant when you have a generator and a roof air in a motorhome this size. In other words, that dash air is just going to keep the driver cool, but if you got any passengers behind the cab, it's not going to hardly do anything. It may do a little bit for the people in the first few feet, but you know, you're going to want that generator and that roof air when it's 97 degrees outside like it is today. That's the only way you're going to cool this machine, or be hooked into shore power. We don't cover those things, and we don't cover TVs or components attached to TVs like DVD players, VCRs, satellites, things like that. We don't cover that stuff because that goes obsolete so fast, and we're not going to spend hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars to replace all that, and most people hardly ever use that stuff anyway. So other than that, we pretty much check everything else, folks. Now, we do not cover cosmetics, so if it's got a ding, a dent, and scratch, and I'm sure this one does, I didn't go over it with a fine-tooth comb because it's so hot outside. So of course, that's any used RV. And you know, because if we have to make it new functionality and cosmetically, we're going to ask a new price for it. We're not asking a new price because it's $29.9. So keep in mind any scratches, dings, dents, worn spots, stains, stuff like that. That's part of buying a 12-year-old motorhome. If that stuff bothers you folks, I strongly recommend buying a brand new 2018 model for about 3 to 4 times the price of this one. All right, folks, there's my disclaimer. Anyway, this is a nice unit for the year model. I think you're really going to like it. When you see it in person, you're going to like it. I've got a great selection of Class C motorhomes right now. I think I've got 18 or 19 used Class C's. I mean, I've got tons of them, folks. I promise you, you come here and look in person, you're going to see something you're going to want to buy. And I've got more on the way too. So, and I've got some trade deals working. Folks, you got to realize we sold almost 600 used RVs last year, and we average 500 to 600 every year and have for a long time. We've been in business 49 years, folks. We're one of the oldest, largest, and most successful independently owned used RV dealerships in the country today. You don't stay in business that long and sell that many RVs unless you're doing something right. And we keep our prices low because we keep our overhead low. We don't have multi-million-dollar lot. We got a gravel and an asphalt parking lot. I mean, we don't have a $10 million showroom like these other guys do, because all of that stuff they spend on advertising and making their lot look pretty and all that stuff, folks, that means more overhead. And more overhead, like I said earlier, means higher prices. You know, we're going to save you the money. We've got the best selection of any RV dealership in 500 miles, folks. If you want used RVs, we've got 170 of them. There's nobody else in a 500-mile radius that has that many used RVs in one location but here. So if you're in the Southeast, you want to buy a motorhome, you don't check with us first or check with us at all, you're missing out on a great inventory. And don't get in here 30 minutes before closing either too, folks, because you know, you're not going to look at our inventory in 30 minutes. Give yourself 3 or 4 hours. Especially if you're not decided between a Class A or a Class C. I probably got well over 100 motorhomes, motorized units, at least 100, if not more. Majority of what we sell is motorized. We've been doing this for almost half a century. We're the oldest independently owned used RV dealer in the entire state of Georgia, have been for several years. We've sold these things all over the country. We've sold over 2,000 units in Canada, folks, coast to coast. And the main reason being, well, first of all, everything up there is rusty, so people come to the U.S. to buy, and the cost of living up there is higher. And the same way with the West Coast, folks. I mean, people come from California and Washington and all that all the time, folks, because our prices are so much lower, because our cost of living's lower. People come up from Florida, same reason. Cost of living down there is a lot higher, so the prices are higher. I mean, when you can come here and buy the same unit for $10,000 less and not pay any of those fees these other dealers charge you, you can't go wrong, folks. Check the NADA. This thing's way under book value. I mean, there's no reason in the world, there's nothing in this motorhome that's not a good deal. It's clean. You can look at the headliner. There's no sagging. A couple of light bulbs I've got to replace. Other than that, folks, I mean, this thing's ready to go. I mean, it's going to be checked out. When you pick this RV up, it starts today. The warranty starts today. You pick it up, and it is nationwide. You're going to get a complete walkthrough and a complete demonstration by our certified RV tech, the one that checked the unit out. He's going to show you everything in the world that you could ever want to know about it, how to operate it, what everything does. I mean, he's going to really spend some time with you, so you can use it with confidence. You're going to get instructional DVDs. You're going to get a starter kit, a 45-day temporary tag, good anywhere in the country, for $29.9 out the door. Now, that price is haggle-free with the services, the warranty, the inspection, the walkthrough, the starter kit, and all that. Now, if you want to come take it like it sits, and you've seen the dash air works, the generator works, the roof air works, and the fridge works, all your major stuff's covered. If you want to come take it as is, we'll discount the unit what the warranty and the inspection cost us. You're not going to get a walkthrough or a demonstration because we haven't checked it out. You know, especially we'll bring the room in, you crank it up, drive it off the lot, we will discount it for that. I'm not encouraging you to take it one way or the other, folks. It doesn't matter to us how you take it. I will tell you this, about 70% of the buyers take the warranty and the inspection, about 30% take it as is. What I want you to do before you buy this unit on eBay or bid on eBay or buy it on any of the other 20 plus different websites that we advertise on, I want you to pick up a phone. I know it's old-fashioned, folks, but it works. Emails are fine, but they get a lot slower response because when you sell 600 units a year between 4 non-commissioned salespeople, they don't have any time to sit behind a computer. So it may take a day, sometimes 2 days, to get a response from an email, but if you pick up a phone, you're going to get a lot quicker response because that's what they do most of their selling off of, is in person or on the phone. And what I want you to do is pick up a phone, call 706-965-7929 and get a salesperson and ask them to email you over a copy of what we check out and repair if needed for the price that you pay. And then you want to ask them what the current lead time is for a Class C checkout. That way there's no games, gimmicks, there's no surprises for me or you, the buyer. You do that, folks, everything's simple. You know, we can tell you the current lead time. You can buy it, you can take it as is, you can take it with the inspection and the warranty. It's entirely up to you. It depends on how big of a hurry you're on. I mean, obviously, you know, you're better off taking the warranty and the inspection if you can wait the time to check it out. And I don't know what the current lead time is because I don't know when you're watching this video. You may be watching it a month from now. Of course, we probably won't have it, but you never know. Anyway, folks, call us 706-965-7929 evenings and Sundays, 423-605-6747. You can email us at sales@parkwayrvcenter.com. Our website, obviously, is parkwayrvcenter.com or .net. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're all over it. We're on 20 of the most popular for sale websites on the internet, including eBay. We sell 1 to 4 units every single day. We're open for business, folks. These things don't sit around. We go through our inventory every 120 days, so they completely change out. I'm telling you, folks, if you've never checked us out before, you just discovered the best kept secret for buying a used RV in the United States. We're old-fashioned, folks, but you know what they say, the old-fashioned ways work. We've been doing this a long time, not much we haven't seen, so put our experience to work for you. Let us save you a bunch of money, get you a nicer RV than you can get anywhere else, get a warranty, all for thousands underneath the NADA. You just can't go wrong, folks. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia. Also forgot to mention, we do have financing available through our websites. We have 0 interest rate markup. Other dealerships mark interest rate up 3 or 4% over what the bank approves you for. Here, you pay whatever you get approved for, not a bit more. And you will have to have minimum 10% down. And we can also help arrange nationwide delivery too. Just contact our salespeople and they'll get you a quote on a delivery no matter how far away you live from us in the continental United States. Thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.